Hello friends, good weekend. How are you today? I hope everything is good and that you are ready for an exciting week. I also hope you enjoy your the football tournament. We have had several quarterfinals, amazing match. Germany against Greece, 4-2. Is that also a hint from the football for the politics? What do you think? Just kidding. Spain beat France 2-0. It's wonderful, wonderful tournament. And tomorrow, on Monday, Wimbledon starts. So wonderful sports period. And back to forex. Previous week was full of speculations. Once again, what's going to happen, what will happen, what happened, and the bank rates cut and everything. Zigzags on a range, on a clear range. It's not the best period to trade, and to be honest, I am not sure that the market has any possibility, any conditions right now, right for the current weekend. Maybe during this week it's going to change, but right for now, I'm not sure that the market has what it needs to create some long weekly trend like we like, right? But we enjoy from our opportunities and we take whatever the market gives, short term, mid term, it doesn't really matter. So let's take a look and see what do we have. First of all, very important to remind that this week, on the weekend, before 2 days before the weekend, on Thursday and Friday, it's going to be European Economic Summit. Thursday and Friday. Pay attention for that. There are speculations that the leaders prepare some bomb of the news, and they might pump in around $2 or even more trillion. Just to hear this number is too crazy for me, and if they are going to do that, I am really not sure how the market is going to eat that, to get that, to accept it, with probably with very good mood, some optimism during the next days right after the summit. But what's next? What's next? Right? Do the traders, do the investors still have faith on all this money being pumped in, pushed in? I'm not sure. Completely not sure. And that's why Thursday and Friday we must be careful, right, and see what the European leaders have for us. Until that, let's take a look on some opportunities we might have. First of all, the euro dollar just broke through the trend line and RSI crossed the 50 to gain a bearish momentum. We have a beautiful bearish convergence, right, between these two lows, which means we should look to sell rallies. So for the euro dollar, there are two ways to join. The first way, if the euro dollar is going to retest this trend line, right, and to create some divergence, some bearish divergence there on the intraday chart, right? This is the 4-hour chart. So for example, if it does test the line on the 4-hour chart and on the 1-hour chart, or even lower, it creates some bearish divergence there around this level. That's our sell opportunity. With a stop loss above the last high, the euro dollar should gain a good bearish momentum. The other way to join the euro dollar, not with the correction, but with the break of this kind of flag, small range it creates. If it does break down, the euro dollar should keep pushing for the next important supports, which are around 124.40, 124.50, and of course the previous low around 123.50, or even a little bit lower. On the euro dollar, definitely has more to go. And if we take a look on the weekly chart, that's what we can see. The euro dollar, remember this divergence we talked about? Right now the euro dollar creates a weekly, you see that? A weekly flag, right? And it's ready for some news to break it up and make it as a fake flag after the summit, or not to believe the summit and break it down, and then take the euro dollar back to the real downtrend that is expected for this pair. So this week is critical, and as for now, until things happen, we have the shorter and intraday opportunities, right, with the 4-hour chart and lower time frames combination. And I would say, as long as the euro dollar keeps below this trend line, my expectation still would be bearish, and as long it holds below this resistance, right? That's the two critical levels from my point of view for the euro dollar. The next pair is the pound dollar. Now take a look here. Right? Pound dollar tries to break through this line. As for now, not too successfully yet. So the question is, what's next? Right? It seems like it has had enough spots and it's ready to break. I would say that it now has a critical support area as well. A trend line meets a support area. What's going to happen from here? Breaking below that and holding below that will open the doors for the pound dollar to move 100 pips down to 154.60 area, then to 154, and then it might open the doors for further strong down move. Pound dollar, exactly as the euro dollar, you see, creates some weekly flag and it's ready for a next action. And this summit during this week will most likely give us the understanding of what's next. Right? So euro dollar and pound dollar are wonderful pairs to look for to trade it the intraday. Right? For pound dollar, I would say as long as the pair holds below the resistance and the 200 moving average below the 157.80, I would say pound dollar is bearish. If it will, because of any reason, go higher from this area, then and only then we should reconsider this avalanche. Right? Alright, let's continue for the next interesting pair, and that would be the pound against the New Zealandian, which provide a beginning of continuing divergence, now might go and make another push down. Right? Watching the weekly chart, it is very bearish yet, but from other side it also sits on the 20 MA of the weekly chart. So what's next? Everything, completely everything could happen from here for the pound New Zealandian. I'm taking a look on the daily chart, and it might push another down move, and here for another down move to continue this divergence longer, right? And the next areas to watch will be, first of all, we have this fabulous support area. It's around 115, 195 area, a little bit higher, breaking below this area, and we have of course the 193.50 area ish. Then we have very interesting support only here below on around 190.50. On one of these levels, pound New Zealand is going to create its clear straight, right, without any real interruptions on the way, straight down move, and from here it could be just fabulous opportunities to buy. From my opinion, this is exactly the time to be in. And even if it fakes and falls, make a false candle pattern and fails one time, two times, on the third time when the move comes, it will cover all the previous false moves. and will provide much bigger profit. That's from my point of view a definitely pair to be in and to attack. Investor style, attack the levels, or regular style where you can just attack the candle patterns. The next two interesting pairs based on Aussies. Aussie franc will be the first one. Aussie franc created some high and a resistance. Now it has a downtrend line, as you see. As long as this downtrend line holds, I keep bearish. I stay bearish for Aussie franc. And from my point of view, the pair first of all aims the small trend line, this one, and the meeting of the trend line and the support somewhere around 0.9560 50-60 area, somewhere here, right? If it managed to break directly, then our final target will be the long trend line. But I would not be surprised also if the pair goes to this area, then creates some range, some flags, some zigzags around, and only then make a break down to the long trend line. As long as the downtrend, this one, holds, I keep my bearish expectations. So stay bearish for the Aussie franc as long as the downtrend line holds. The next pair is going to be the Aussie against the Canadian. Very interesting situation. After the continuing divergence, the 20 candles right, the pair did the move. Now it's breaking through the Bollinger Band and RSI turned to be bearish. We have a small trend line here. See that? Breaking below this trend line and retesting that and holding below, which is very important to hold below this trend line, should open the doors for further down move. The first target will be 102.40, 102.45 area, then 102. If it breaks through 102, then friends, Aussie Canadian most likely is going to aim 100 pips lower to 101 area. The 101 area will be this fabulous daily support right here, right? If it does not make the retrace down and breaks through the trend line as we talked on the 4-hour chart and pushes higher to the next highs, then we are going to follow the daily continuing divergence that is going to be created, and then we will attack the Aussie Canadian from its next highs around 104.50, 105. Then it would be a wonderful opportunity, maybe even 20 candles right on the daily chart, which will provide a fabulous strong sell opportunities. So if the trend line is broken, go with the sales. 102.50, 102.40, first target 102, the next one 101, potential final target. That's for the Aussie against the Canadian. Wonderful opportunity from my point of view. In few words about the commodities, well, it's really confusing me, and I think gold, if it will break through 1555, 1550 and close weekly chart below, then it opens the door clearly for 1480, then 1420, and who knows, maybe even below that. I think that gold has all the reasons to keep its lower down move. That's my expectation, but I'm not jumping in, not sell, not buy right now, nothing yet. If it makes the down move to the next support, then it will be a fabulous opportunity to buy the gold, to start to collect the gold and hold it for long run. Because every down move for the gold should be just limited, and when the right time comes, the gold will recover itself and will continue higher. As for now, I stay bearish, and from one side, neutral from other side. Silver, same story. I think silver can go easily and reach this long weekly trend line, which is around 25, or even push lower on the weekly chart. If it does push lower, I will not be surprised if it goes back to 19 or even 20 again, right? All the way down to create extreme oversold and then to start its new long trend up. So I am careful, as you can understand, on the commodities. About the indices, I really don't have any opinion right now, and in other words, I would say I prefer to go with these pairs we talked about so far, and maybe even look at the dollar yen, which from my point of view still should keep higher, and we should look for buy opportunities. Why? Well, first of all, if you take a look on these two highs, they are convergent with the prices, right? With the indicators. You see, these two highs go up, and the same does the indicator. On the 4-hour charts, we can see we start to be extreme. Now, the thing is that the dollar yen could make one of the two: small correction down to this range of support, and from here to look for buy opportunities on the intraday, and taking the gold up, the oil up. Sorry, I confused words. Taking the dollar yen up, up all the way back for the daily next resistance, which we have here around 81.50, and a little bit higher around 81.90. Right? This is the first opportunity. The second opportunity, if the dollar yen makes a deep correction, then to this trend line, and from here to look for buy opportunities once again. As long as the daily chart has convergence and the 4-hour chart hold this trend line, I would say look for buy opportunities for the dollar yen. And that would be all as for now for the opening of this week, the last week of June 2012. This is my time to thank you very much, friends, for watching this video. Enjoy the semis for the euro. I forgot. And remember, my favorite is England. Well, I'm not saying this is the team I admire, right? But I think England will surprise us, everyone, and take this tournament. I might be wrong. Most likely I will. That's just an opinion, just a bet. And that's all, friends. Thank you very much once again. I wish you a wonderful weekend, the last hours of the weekend, and fabulous, profitable, good with good opportunities week. Yours,